Hey everyone, Dan here. Before we get into it, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like and subscribe button. And keep in mind that these are my own thoughts, opinions, and ideas. These are not meant to be, nor should you take them as investment or trading advice in any way, shape, or form. Do your own due diligence, put in the work for yourself, and make your decisions based on that. Enjoy. All right, folks, here we are on Monday, April 1st. We're going to take a look at GOEV today. So with earnings coming up, I thought we would come and see where GOEV might hit some support or resistance, whether it booms or busts, and of course some levels that it might sort of hug if it does move relatively sideways. Now, I tried to chart a large area here, at least percentage-wise. So I've charted from 177 up to 637, and I tried to not clutter it up too much in between. So just realize there's going to be some more granular levels that exist or that evolve over time, but we have pretty thin price action through this area, as you can see, for a good reason. And so there's not a ton to go off of for the time being. So sort of a couple of reasons why this looks the way it does, but just to sort of make you aware, I would expect that some additional price action will uncover resistance and support levels that aren't on this chart. Now, most important thing to my mind for any of the GOEV bulls is that nothing happens that puts this downtrend resistance that had been caught under for quite some time back in play. So, if I'm a GOEV bear, I even would take a sideways move, sort of wrestling with this 356 level, versus anything, like I said, that puts this back in play, because this is just a path to like dismay and destruction over some period of time. So so we'll see what it does, but I just wanted to sort of point that out. Now, if it does move relatively sideways, like I said, 356 is the level that I have right now. You see as previous support, flipped it to resistance, and that's where it shed down to this 220 level. So if it loses that, that's the next level I would see. I'd also expect there's something here like just under 3, so maybe like 292, 293 or so. Looks like it has a level to me. And, I'm not going to put it in yet again because it's really thin price action to go off of. Below 220, 177. Now, of course, there's psychological levels that you can always kind of look for as well, the obvious $2 level in there and the obvious $3 level here. To me, if it does put in something around that like 291, 292, 293 area, that's essentially playing out the psychological $3 level, just in the sense of it dips below there, and the market is going to sort of question, okay, we're really going to keep this stock under $3? Should it be above $3? And that's where sort of the wrestling can kind of take place. It doesn't always happen right at the exact level itself. Now, if it does get some legs and it starts to move upward over this 356, 524, and 637. Now, there's some far off in the distance additional levels that I put in just as I was trying to sort of like work my way through the previous price action and down to the levels where we were at now, trying to capture in some of the things that would just sort of like help set the chart up even through the thinning price action in these areas. Now, on the think or swim side of things, no new trigger and fire on the TTM squeeze indicator. You see today a bit more, about 2/3 sell volume coming through, at least for the time being, and a little sort of progression on the bullish area of the histogram, but real herky-jerky ride here on the histogram for quite some time. A bunch of hiccup candles in many of these bearish areas where bearish momentum was playing out, and the last trigger and fire brought the stock from about was this mid-3s or so down to that 122. So it almost doesn't look like it was a really good call out, because there has been this like consistent trickle, but that's a huge percentage change to be mid-3s to low 1s. So since then, it was out of the bottom of the channel, worked its way back in, found support at the mid-range of the channel, and actually pushed up out of the upper bound of the channel. Now, heading into earnings, has drawn back into the channel, and for the time being at least is trying to ride this green wave cloud as support, versus coming all the way down to retest the mid-range, which right now is situated at 310. So interesting to see if it does hold that wave cloud that can sometimes indicate that there may be more bullish momentum that needs to be exhausted before it can do a true and full retest of the mid-range. Or it's kind of hovering above it right now, so it may just kind of draw down to it. But to the extent to which the reaction to earnings does stay within the confines of this channel, that could withstand a push up to 422 on the upper bound of the channel. Like we said, 310 is the mid-range, and then just under $2, 198 to the lower bound of the channel. All right, folks, I hope that your trading week is off to a good start. And as always, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next video.